Here we go. So, welcome everybody. Um, I'm Michael Dove, and we are here to chat. There's Jenny Edwards, Heather McGlasson, and James Hendricks. And we're here to chat about all the wonderful things that we will be offering uh, through GongaVision for your donations and support. And so we want to give you an idea of what you will be receiving for all of the support and love that you're going to be giving to GongaVision and the support for meals on the Ganges. And so who would like to go first in terms of sort of chiming in on some of the things that we
I'm happy to go first if no one else wants to go first. Cool. First, I want to say thank you, Michael, for envisioning this project. It's really amazing what you've done. And, I can't say enough how incredible it's been to watch you see a need and figure out how to fill a need where you are out there in India right now, having been stuck there last year. And stuck wouldn't be a very nice word. You found a way to make it meaningful, and I think it's amazing. So I'm very happy to be a part of this project.
Oh, it's a great opportunity.
Yeah, it is. And you've actually extended that opportunity to other people in the world to get to step into a place of service where we might not have otherwise even thought about being of service. So it's just my pleasure and my honor to be a part of the GongaVision project. So with that, I want to share the things that I will be very happy to put out there in the world to really forward your mission and your vision for what you see inside of this project. And what I do is I cultivate conversations with Shadow that really realign people to their truth and the power of who they are. And what my offerings are for people that donate, like say on the $25 level, I have a self-study course that is around Shadow Dance conversations that's going to be delivered via a video that I'm putting together that will guide people through the process to be able to have these conversations that create awareness, remind people about the resources they have with different shadow aspects of themselves that have really blocked their ability to grow into their growth edge. And then the final component, which is key that you don't see in a lot of shadow work in places, and that's a gratitude piece. And in this case, it's not necessarily gratitude toward shadow, it's gratitude toward the journey that we have with shadow that often, if you really look at it, it's been part of what makes you who you are and where you are today as an empowering individual, especially if you're a heart-centered educator that is serving people in your world. And so that guided study course is going to be available for people at the $25 level. I love your miracle group that you created, Michael, and that's for people that are donating, I believe, at the $100 level. And when they do that, there's going to be a 3-day challenge that people are going to have access to where they're going to get to work live inside of a group with each other. And I'm really excited. I may offer this to 2 different time zones so that the people in America can experience it and people in other parts of the world. I'll create one specific for people so they don't have to get up at 5:30 a.m. and be part of that group. But there will be a 3-day challenge that will include a Zoom live group. It'll include a Facebook group where they can chat with each other. And it's going to also be around the Shadow Dance conversation. I do this live at my shows called the Shadow Dance Journey Experience. But I'm finding that you can create amazing intimacy with people online. And it's so exciting to be able to create like a hybrid version of this. So being able to share that with the world through GangaVision is just amazing for me. I have one more offering that is like really exclusive and special. I heard that it's only going to take a few $1,000s to really just nail the success of your project. and I want to be a part of that if I can. And so I have a huge collection, about 50 paintings that I created for my Shadow Dance collection, and I am willing to donate one of those paintings along with a half day coaching session for somebody who wants to do one of these shadow dance conversations specifically for something they're working on. And I want to donate to somebody that will donate to the project at the $5,000 level. And that's what I've got to share with this project. Thank you, Michael.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. That's incredibly generous, incredibly generous, and yeah, that's the wonderful thing about the GongaVision project is how people are so contributing their energy, their creativity, and we are blending visions and sending it out into the world in a really, really mean. I'm curious as to what you would be presenting.
Was that question correct?
In terms of gift.
I didn't catch the question.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Jenny.
Jenny.
Yeah, yeah.
For me, did you say Jenny? Okay,
I think you
cut
did.
out.
Yeah.
Technology. I love technology.
Yeah, I know.
I love helping people feel empowered. Empowered, be your best self is actually the topic of my book called Empowered You. And it's ways that you can activate your gifts and talents to make a difference in the world. So for my gifts, a $25 donation level, you'll receive the ebook, the digital version of my book. And then if you donate $50, you'll receive the book in addition to a guided visualization audio, which is all about how to create your optimal day, the best day, your best day ever, your optimal vision of the best day, and how you can manifest that into your life. And at a $100 level, you are going to receive my time for a 30-minute inspiration call, an inspiration session in which we are going to collaborate on Zoom, and I'm going to share some insights with you personally, how you are going to really expand your comfort zone and be expressive in whatever way that is most fitting for you in your life, so that you can feel more confident in front of the camera and you can share your unique message to create change in the world, make a difference. And then I've also been called to elevate a high vibe offering for a half day for a $3,000 donation. It includes a half day that's called Activate Your Awesomeness. And this is a personal guided experience of how you are going to activate a whole new level of you and your awesomeness, your specific unique talents, expanding your comfort zone, making a difference, feeling more expressive, more unlimited in your beingness, and feeling more joy, feeling more happiness and more aliveness.
Wow.
So that is going to be phenomenal and spectacular.
Excellent, excellent. This is wonderful. I want to sort of present to everyone what we kind of like a bit of a framework and a wonderful container for what we're doing in terms of like the gifts and offerings. So I've set up for GongaVision what I call the miracle team as something that one can join for a $100 level donation. And with the miracle team, what it will offer is access to like workshops and events. So I do periodic workshops from India online, and the types of things that we delve into are around spiritual growth, consciousness, and being able to be effective in the world as a spiritual being. So what the things that I teach are about equipping people to be able to excel and be able to access what I refer to as the fabled realms. The places that we've heard about, but somehow we might not have reached. And I just offer in my workshops ways of accessing. And so I'm going to be doing a series of workshops uh, throughout the year, as well as I also do a solstice events where I do soul readings. So I give like intuitive soul messages to the whole group, to individuals. And so as a member of the miracle team, you'll have access to those events, as well. Um, the What I'm also offering into the package of the miracle team is that I understand that many of us, all of you and many people who would be watching and interested in GongaVision are also working on projects and things and are doing incredible things in the world. And so what I would offer is support, like media support, video editing support in terms of creating short commercials, edited commercials for your projects, for your work, and for your creativity. Very similar to the kinds of commercials that I've done for the sponsors of not GongaVision, but the sponsors of Meals on the Ganges. People who've sponsored it. I've done commercials for their companies. And so I want to make that available, also as a, at a great discount for being a member of the miracle team. Will stand for a year. So one can avail themselves to these particular offers, for the entire year. And so the idea is that the miracle team is a way in which we create and consolidate and integrate community, the values that uplift the values of GongaVision, which is compassion, love, unity, service, and creativity. And so so the miracle team, I think of as kind of like a crystallization, an engine, if you will, for these aims. And and it brings us all, together, so that we as a community are are grounded in meaningful service. So I invite everybody to keep a lookout. We're going to be talking more about the Miracle Team. In the next few days, we're going to be talking more specifically about the Miracle Team. And also there will be additions in terms of like gifts and incentives for being involved with GongaVision. I know that the recording artist Bradley J. Smith will be offering some of his music, both for download and for physical CD, as a special offering. And so keep a lookout for that. Also, John Kingsmill, who is working with doing spoken word and music with his wife, is also offering copies of his CD as a special incentive too. And his CD is called Into the Silence. Is mostly flute music, Native American flute music, and I think Bradley's CDs he's done too. On the root chakra. First one is called root chakra, and the second one is called sacral chakra. They're highly spiritual. They've sold all around the world. They've sold all around the world, and I believe that he's going to be offering at a special time of his performance a few of autographed copies too. So it's like we are ever sweetening the pot. As far as the offerings and things we want to give back, so that there's this wonderful, glorious exchange, with GongaVision.
I'd like to chime in too, Dove.
Yes, James, please.
Yeah.
I think first and foremost, what I would like to offer is a little bit of the story. Dove went to India initially for a couple of weeks, and he arrived the day before the stay-at-home order went into place. And I find it amazing that out of this global crisis has been something birthed that is so beautiful, that allows us to connect from different parts of the world and to be of genuine assistance to people on the ground there in Varanasi, one of the most sacred cities in India, and to give to people who have no other means of support right now. So I think that first and foremost, the gift that I would like to speak on is what has already been touched on before, this remarkable opportunity to be of service and to give and to make something positive out of what could have very easily just have been a crisis. And as for the donor levels, at the $50 or above level, you get a free ticket to a performance called Not My Type. It will be going up on the 14th. That'll be a day after our GongaVision. I am very much involved in production. And so not only are we offering that, if you are giving $500 or above, we can offer you help with the production of a manuscript. It can either be a play for the theater or a screenplay, or maybe even simply production notes for a multimedia performance. After the $1,000 level, with the theme of art and healing, we can do some intensive healing work with you, and or more in-depth work with production involving equipment support and backup. Very happy to be able to offer that with all of these remarkable people. I just think it is incredible that none of us knew one another before a couple of weeks ago. And here we are putting together this remarkable event for the people of Varanasi.
Well, thank you, James. That's incredible. That's so wonderful, and I can feel um, the genuineness and the heartfelt energy of that offering, and everyone's offering is the spirit of the giving and the spirit of possibility that comes through. It's so beautiful, so wonderful. And I also am remembering that there is a renowned photographer named Karen Young in Toronto, Canada, who is offering. She'll be offering some of her uh, photography, fine photography. It's like archival level, like fine photography, um, for a donation of $1,000. On $1,000. So I would invite everybody to sort of keep a lookout for that. We're going to be talking about it in the next couple of days. So I would ask everyone to stay tuned in this last week, just before GongaVision. Lots of information about things that will be offered, and ways of participating, ways of supporting, the way that this wonderful visionary community, this creative, loving, visionary community of service and unity is constructed and crafted, and that we all sort of crystallize uh, this magnificent purpose, this magnificent vision. And so I want to say thank you again to everyone. This has been fantastic, and a tremendous amount of service to many people, many thousands of people who are in need and in desperate situations. And so we're going to be talking more about that in the near future too, so that you know what your donations are going for, and the impact and the effect. So this is truly connecting. It's connecting the world. It's connecting East and West, and through caste and community, and coming together in such an amazing way. So I say thank you again, and namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. Okay.